What's up guys, Houndish here with some Destiny 2 news to talk about. Some very interesting stuff that we've learned via the achievements and trophy list for Destiny 2, which has been revealed or leaked over the past few hours. Before I get into any of this stuff, it is pretty spoiler heavy, as you might imagine, so if you don't want anything spoiled, I recommend you click away from this video now. Otherwise, I'm going to break down some pretty interesting stuff that we see. So we get our first proper information about the raid coming in Destiny 2 via these achievements. So there is an achievement called Belly of the Beast, and the description reads, complete the Leviathan Raid. So there we have it, the raid will be called the Leviathan. Very interesting stuff, perhaps not what we anticipated we would see in Destiny 2's first raid. And the icon for this trophy in particular actually has one of the symbols that we saw on Luke Smith's hoodies during the Destiny reveal. Obviously these hoodies have been a kind of point of mystery. Everyone's been wondering precisely what it means because Luke Smith did specifically say that it has a meaning that'll be revealed in time. But one of those symbols appears to be linked directly to the raid right here. Interestingly though, the symbol is actually the other way round, upside down from what you see on Luke Smith's hoodie. But the Leviathan raid kind of raises a bunch of questions, specifically what will this raid actually be, where will it take place, and everything like that. We have heard of Leviathans previously in Destiny's lore. Firstly, in the Book of Sorrows, there was a Leviathan, which was a great creature who worked with the Traveler and tried to convince Oryx and his sisters not to pursue the deep or the kind of darkness. And I believe they actually killed the Leviathan in the lore, but these Leviathans are said to be linked to the Traveler in some way. The Leviathan in the lore for the Book of Sorrows, which is the Hive lore, actually is protecting the Traveler on the planet Fundament, I believe. I'm not a kind of lore master, but there are also some very interesting links here. So when we talk about the Nine, so Xur and kind of the faction that Xur comes from, there's a line in the lore that says the Nine are ancient Leviathan intelligences from the seas of Europa and the hydrocarbon pits of Titan. So again, we have references to these Leviathans, this time referring specifically to Titan, which we know will be in Destiny 2. And there's also a description here of Titan. The great monuments of mankind's utopian golden age now lie toppled or half submerged, with the rolling ocean that blankets the entire surface of Titan. All that remains is a flotilla of construction barges and a lone human habitat that serves as the perfect hiding place for some of humanity's scattered forces, and something far more sinister below. So this is really interesting. Basically, we've just got a bunch of teases as to what specifically this could be, and this is where another achievement actually links into this. So if we look at Lest Ye Be Judged, which is the achievement to encounter an emissary from beyond, which is very interesting in itself, you can see that there are another set of icons on this achievement right here, and this is the other set of kind of symbols which Luke Smith had on his hoodie. So it seems to me that they're trying to make some kind of link between these two things. We also see the number 9 on the symbol right there for Lest Ye Be Judged, so we're assuming this is to encounter an emissary from the 9 potentially. So it looks like the raid could indeed be centered around a Leviathan under the surface of Titan. We know that these have protected the Traveler in the past. Maybe Ghaul and the Red Legion have a reason to try and secure themselves or control one of these Leviathans in some way, and that could be the kind of basis or starting point for the raid. There is another possibility as well. Now, there is a piece of concept art right here where you can see this huge ship in kind of space, and it has what almost looks like a city on top, and then sort of a giant mouth consuming everything that it comes across. So there could be another meaning to specifically what this is. Leviathan could be a Cabal ship, for example, but it's almost certain that this is linked to the Leviathan intelligences and the 9. Precisely how that story is going to play out, we'll have to wait and see. So now I wanted to take a look at a couple more trophies right here. So we have the Prestige, complete the Leviathan Raid or a Nightfall Strike on Prestige difficulty. So we have a new difficulty, or at least a renamed difficulty, coming in Destiny 2. Normally we have kind of normal mode things and then heroic versions of those things. Perhaps prestige will be yet another difficulty of activities that would be really, really interesting if the raid not only had a heroic mode but then a prestige mode as well. Of course, we know the raid will have a prestige mode, but precisely what that means isn't clear yet. There's an achievement called Challenge Accepted where you need to complete 30 challenges. Challenges in Destiny 2 behave kind of like bounties from Destiny 1, but presumably they are more challenging. That would make sense. We have the Life Exotic where you need to collect 15 exotic weapons or armor, as well as this Heart of Darkness to complete a Nightfall Strike. We have the People's Hero to complete a heroic public event, and then In a Flash where you need to complete a flashpoint, which are confirmed to be new kind of planetary events where a particular location becomes featured for the week. We have Show Me What You Got, which is a nice Lord Shax slime right there, which is to complete Lord Shax's Call to Arms. Call to Arms is kind of a PvP weekly ritual event of some sort, which Bungie have outlined. And then we have Ikora's Protege, acquire each Warlock subclass, Kate's Pathfinder to acquire each Hunter subclass, and Zavala's Lieutenant to acquire each Titan subclass. And then we have the Long and Winding Road where you need to reach level 20, and finally Traveler's Chosen to obtain all trophies in Destiny 2. So that is our first look at the trophies or achievements coming in Destiny 2, and obviously the one about the raid and the emissary from Beyond is very, very interesting. I personally think they refer specifically to the 9, potentially the planet Titan, and what's under the surface of the ocean on the planet Titan, and I'll be really curious to hear what you guys think this raid could indeed be about in Destiny 2. For now though, that about sums up this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome day.